Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the worst game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've ever played here. Do you want to see this? Look at this hand and tell me what beats it. Like, what could I possibly lose to? Anyway, let's hop through this and see what we've got. Let's hop to we're going to go through the full Fiendsmith line here and set up Caesar before we even commit any cards onto the boards. That's the story of the Engraver. So shoutouts to him. So yeah, we're going to go through all of this. Going to bring back Lacrima, go into Caesar, and now we can play the game. We're going to special summon out the Tania, put the spell up, special summon, go for Regina for Lucina, Lucina's going to get Fortuna. Oh, we're going to get the dog actually, because I don't even normal summon. Yeah, it's crazy. Change the level here, which means we go up into Baron. We're going to search out the name here, recycle this back to the hand, so we get a free discard or send or whatever we need here. Special summon the Fortuna, get the trap card. Send to special summon out here, bring back the dog, and then we're going to go and synchro up with Stolitzia. Stolitzia can then bring back the blue and set and pass turn. Like, look at this board and tell me, how can you possibly lose this? Look at it. Look, almost every zone is filled. We have negate, 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 negate. 5 negates, a bounce, a hand rip, maxi, draw. Rip a card out the hand, heavy storm. Little breaker deck, huh? Well, you know, classic. All right. Whew. How do we lose this? Well, let's have a look. Step 1. Activate the effect of Thrust. Thrust, get a search of cards here. I'm not going to negate that. I'll negate the target instead. They go for Tactics. So I go Resolution. Let's go for Draw and Lockbird. They draw Called by the Grave on the draw. I'm like, we can probably negate the Call by. Now, I do this because I think to myself, well, if they're call buying that instead of the Stolitzia target, or even the extra name in the graveyard, then that maybe is the best thing to do here. But that was my big critical error. Because if Red Reboot exists, or if Droplet exists, then that's going to screw me over. So I sent a target to bring back here. And of course, yeah, that should have been an easy read. That should have been an easy read. This is what they call biblical greed. So he droplets and sends, and the way that I'm supposed to play around droplet is by holding the trap card, because it's very unlikely they have a trap to send for droplet. So they would basically go -2 or whatever to negate the Caesar and the Baron, and then I would be able to drop it with the trap, because the only other trap they could realistically have at that point would maybe be like Imperm or Reboot. Okay, it is what it is. That's unfortunate. So I screwed that for myself. Yep, that comes back. We get to keep that. It is what it is. The draw is negated. But hey, we got Maxi. That's surely going to save us, right, guys? Bro drew. Then we'll summon Pedra. Activate the effect of Imperm on Pedra. See, normally you would think it's fine, right? Normally it would be okay. Because, alright, you know what? Fine, I fucked up. I probably should have held the Elf Note trap for the droplet, for sure. Maybe it's still salvageable, because we have the Imperm here, right? We still have a bounce. Negate. Reboot. Let's talk about this guy's hand real quick. So what we got in our hands here? We drew Thrust, Heavy Storm, Genroku, Droplet, Called by, Pedra, Reboot. That's our hand, yeah? Is the Chandra did we search the Chandra? We drew the Chandra, right? We just drew the Chandra. Because we added Kaiman. Okay, alright. Special Chandra, enters the battle phase. He's under Maxi. Does it matter? Nope. 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 I activate the Caesar, you know, just in case it's not negated by Droplet. Right? Right, guys? Maybe it's not negated. I go Lucina bounce, but it's just not relevant. There's nothing you can bounce there. I guess, like, the one thing that I could have done was on Resolution, I should have Lucina bounced the Pedra. Then he wouldn't be able to special summon the Chandra. But even then, that wouldn't really matter, because they just go enter battle phase, activate Kaiman, right? So, the Lucina was just nothing. Guy randomly has the effect, put everything to attack. I mean, it's not random, you know. It's very much by design. Well, Nothing we draw in the battle phase is going to matter because of Transcendent Dragon's effects. And it's very easy to clear boards when you've got Tenpai cards. So what did we learn from this game? Always negate the droplet. Save the elf note trap for the droplet. I don't think there's a better combo or end board that elf note can make, unless you want to play even crazier stuff, like, I don't know, throw in a Habakiri engine as well. I don't think there's anything that we could have ended on that was more powerful. So, trap card for droplet, that's the only thing we could have done. Which, by the way, he might have maybe even been able to beat. Because he could go droplet, send the red reboot. You know, then he would risk running into the Imperm, which would maybe be relevant, but, you know. Theoretically, he could have also made an unrespondable trap droplet. Theoretically. So, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Your average Tenpai. Like, admittedly, there was a mistake I did, but you cannot say he did not literal draw custom. But I guess so did I, maybe? I don't know. Fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh!